Testing 1 2 3. 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 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Good morning. I want to welcome both the new and returning members of the Committee on Veterans Affairs to our organizational meeting for the 115th Congress. I've enjoyed meeting individually with most of you and look forward to meeting with those I haven't. I'm getting the strong impression through these meetings that more unites us than divides us. And that's exactly the way it should be when it comes to the work on behalf of our veterans. We will begin with the approval of the committee rules, approval of actions of our respective caucuses, and approval of the committee staff, and final approval of the committee's oversight agenda. As we begin the 115th Congress, I want to congratulate my good friend, Command Sergeant Major Waltz, on his election to be the ranking member of the committee. For those of you who don't know, Command Sergeant Major Waltz is the highest-ranking enlisted service member elected to Congress, and he has served this body and America's veterans with distinction. I look forward to working closely with him and continuing our efforts to serve our nation's veterans and their families. I'll now recognize Ranking Member Waltz for his opening comments.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and from one veteran to another, on behalf of our side of the aisle, we want to say congratulations to you. Not just congratulations to you, congratulations to Americans veterans. By your experience in the Army Medical Corps and your experience as a VA physician gives you knowledge and unique perspective that has served this committee well over the years. I'm proud to call you my friend. I know that your commitment to doing good work on behalf of our veterans will only improve our committee's capacity to uphold its sacred promise to serve and protect our nation's veterans. We really look forward to working with you as well as all the members of this committee to meet the needs of those who served. I'd also like to congratulate Mr. Bilirakis as being the vice chair of the majority side, and to the vice ranking member, Mr. Takano, for being elected to the Democratic Caucus as vice ranking member. He's a true public servant, has clearly demonstrated his tireless commitment to our nation's veteran, and I am grateful. I'd also like to welcome on our side of the aisle Mr. Correa, as our committee's newest Democratic member. Mr. Correa is no stranger to veterans issues. Lou is a California State Veterans Affairs Committee chairman. For those of you who don't know, that means he represented more people than you do as a member of Congress. And you also had a bigger staff, too, at that time. So, but Mr. Correa has 10 years of experience working these issues at the state level. He brings a unique perspective, and we are proud to have him. And to the returning members of the Democratic Caucus, these are familiar faces to all of you. No more committed group of people in this country to the care of our veterans, and I think we've proven under then Chairman Miller's leadership and now Chairman Rowe's leadership that this is truly a, at many times, nonpartisan caucus, and that what's right for veterans is what's right for this committee. We've always served an example of how we can work together to accomplish great things, and how working together we can fulfill our promise to the men and women who serve our country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and once again I congratulate you and yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Waltz. And Ms. Rice, after your third term, you'll be able to get a permanent the agenda for our business meeting is on the first page of the papers provided for you. Our first item of business will be the consideration of a resolution to adopt the proposed committee rules for the 115th Congress. The proposed changes to the rules have been previously sent to the members and are before you now. Mr. Waltz's staff and mine have worked collaboratively on the rules, and I'm pleased to say there are no disagreements. Under the proposed rules, the committee will have 4 subcommittees: the Subcommittee on Disability Assistance and Memorial Affairs, the Subcommittee on Economic Opportunity, the Subcommittee on Health, and the Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations. Most proposed changes to the rules are minor, technical, and clarifying in nature when compared to the committee rules from the 114th Congress. In terms of more substantive changes compared to last Congress, the rules would codify that the Subcommittee on Economic Opportunity have jurisdiction over civil service reform and employee-related issues at VA. The Subcommittee on Health have jurisdiction over homeless matters, and the Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigations have jurisdiction over procurement and information and technology. These subcommittees were in large part had already covered these topics, so I believe it's prudent to make these changes official in the committee's rules. We also propose extending the requirement for informal CBO cost estimates to accompany amendments offered at committee markups. There's already a requirement for agenda items to have informational cost estimates, so this change is merely applying the principle to amendments. Members have a ballpark idea of what they are voting on may cost. Is there any 15th Congress.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the resolution adopting the proposed rules for the 150th.
Establishing the subcommittee ratios. The full committee ratio will be 14 to 10. Memorial Affairs, 5 to 3, Economic Opportunity, 5 to 4, Health, 7 to 5, and Oversight and Investigations, 6 to 4. And now recognize Mr. Walsh.
Our subcommittees.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. Committee Chairman. Under this resolution, Mr. Bilirakis will serve as committee chairman and I will serve as chairman of the committee on health. And Jill Burton will serve as chairman of the committee on oversight and investigation. These highly capable members who have agreed to take on the demanding leadership responsibilities of chairing our friend Bilirakis, who has agreed to serve as vice chairman of the full committee. And again, Gus, thank you so much. I now all of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, offer the resolution.
Resolution of rankings is in front of you, and I urge its adoption. Ms. Brownlee has been elected to serve as the ranking member of the subcommittee on Democratic member of the subcommittee on economic opportunity.
For the resolution designating the ranking members.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the committee adopt the resolution offered by Mr. Walls providing for the ranking members of the standing committees of the committee for the 115th Congress.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Our next resolution for consideration designates the majority members of the subcommittees. The list is before the members. I now recognize Mr. Bilirakis for a motion to adopt the resolution designating the majority members of the subcommittees.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the resolution designating the majority members of the subcommittees.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The next resolution for consideration offered by Mr. Walsh designates the minority members of the subcommittees. Any comments, Mr. Walsh?
The resolution approving our subcommittee minority members is in front of you. I urge its adoption.
I now recognize Mr. Takano for a motion to approve the resolution designating the minority members of the subcommittees.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the committee adopt the resolution offered by Mr. Walls providing for the minority membership of the standing committees of the committee for the 115th Congress.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. We will now consider the resolution approving committee staff. The list is before the members. The committee has a top-quality, highly experienced, knowledgeable staff, many of whom are veterans. I wonder who wrote that. Mr. Walsh, just a little humor this morning. But Mr. Walsh and I are confident that our staffs will be very responsive to the committee and non-committee members alike and their staffs. Mr. Walsh is now recognized for a motion to adopt the resolution approving the committee staff.
I concur with the chairman on the quality of the staff, and I move that the committee adopt the resolution offered by Chairman Rowe approving committee staff.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The first order of business of our newly constituted committee is adoption of the oversight agenda for the 115th Congress. The proposed plan before you is a result of consultation between the majority and minority staff and have been agreed upon by Mr. Waltz and myself. The proposed oversight agenda outlines the committee's agenda for the next 2 years. We consider this a basic blueprint of our oversight activities. However, it is not an exclusive plan, and member participation is welcome to develop other issues and areas of interest during the Congress. Is there any discussion regarding the oversight agenda? I'll now recognize Mr. Waltz for a motion to approve the proposed oversight agenda.
I move that the committee adopt the resolution offered by Chairman Rowe providing for the adoption of the oversight plan for the 115th Congress.
Thank you. And all of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Thank you all for your attendance and participation for the awareness of members. Our first full committee hearing will be on February 7th and February 15th. The first will cover VA's IT programs and challenges going forward. The second will provide an update on the CHOICE program, challenges going forward, and some discussion about possible fixes. And I look forward to working with you to improve the lives of our veterans. I want to just to take a moment or two to say welcome to the new members, and certainly I know that on the minority side there are 3 new members, more members that will be appointed, and to the new members on the majority side. We have a huge responsibility ahead of us. Since 2001, the Veterans Affairs budget is almost quadrupled. And I came in 2009. Mr. Waltz and Mr. Bilirakis are senior to me here. And they have seen a growth from around, and I have, between 95 and 97 billion with the choice program to just a little south of $180 billion. And I don't believe we're getting our money's worth. I think we can do better. I think this committee has had times of frustration jointly. What the new members will also note is that this is a committee where we typically leave our political persuasions at the door as we enter here, and it's about taking care of veterans and the best way to do it. And there are a lot of opinions about how to do that. That's why we welcome them in this committee. All opinions are welcome. One of the things, being a surgeon, is I like to start on time. And so I want to let you know that the gavel will go down. If I'm not here at the designated time, please dial 911 because something terrible has happened. So we will start, and to be respectful to the new members, I'm going to be fairly conscious about the 5-minute time. I know there are a lot of things that you want to go and points you want to make. We're going to try to keep this to one panel so that we don't have a second panel because people have other obligations. Many of you are on 2 and 3 committees, and many of you may be ranking members, or some of you I know are subcommittee chairs. I know Mr. Kaufman is, and others on other committees. You have many responsibilities here. So I want to be sure that by staying to the 5-minute rule, everybody, that means the new members, don't have to sit and wait forever to get their questions answered. And if there's an important issue, we'll just go through it again, and if that's okay with everybody. So don't have your feelings hurt when I start banging on this thing. I will bang on it for myself, too. So I appreciate your indulgence, and I'll now yield to Mr. Waltz for any comments he may have.
Well, once again, I thank the chairman, a soldier's efficiency, which we appreciate, and to the new members of the majority side, thank you. Thank you for choosing to serve on this committee. Thank you for your commitment, and I think you're going to see us in action as much as words, that this is a truly bipartisan, nonpartisan committee. I'm proud of the oversight work we do. I'm proud of the improvements we made. But I've always said I'm the staunchest supporter of the VA, and I'll be their harshest critic. And if one veteran is left behind, we've failed. So we set a very high bar for ourselves. We take responsibility for this, and under the chairman's leadership, I know that will continue. So welcome to all of you, and let's get down to work. I yield back.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. Is anyone, I'll now open the floor if anyone has any comments they would like to make.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Kaufman, you're recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to file the first complaint for this Congress over Mr. Waltz's comments using soldier efficiency. I think that discriminates against those who have served in other branches of service.
Point well taken.
Well taken.
I appreciate your your comment, and being a Marine and a soldier, I understand. I ask unanimous consent that all members shall have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks on today's organizational meeting. Hearing no objections, so ordered. This concludes today's business. The meeting is adjourned.